weighed in at 193 pounds, holds a professional record of 1 win with 0 losses, and fights out of Sanford MMA in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Dylan the Soul Snatcher O'Sullivan.
What is up, everybody? It's Sean Sheehan here with a quick video about up-and-coming prospect Dylan O'Sullivan. If you haven't seen this guy fight, you need to. Right now, he's 4-0, fighting out of Sanford MMA, and today I just want to talk a little bit about his ability. He's a southpaw striker. He comes out and he starts fast. If you had to describe Dylan O'Sullivan to someone having watched his fight so far, that would be it. A fast starter. He comes out, he's a southpaw, but he also switches up an awful lot, and he fights out of orthodox as well. Something which in his fights he has really improved, and which he has kind of changed in his game. One of the big things for up-and-coming fighters, and I watch a lot of up-and-coming fighters here, obviously being in Ireland and covering this scene, and we see literally from amateur to pro to maybe Bellator to UFC level, we see them all of the time. And one of the big things which fighters that become special fighters have is a calm in the cage, and that calm often shows itself in early top performances. You even look at McGregor back in the day. I used to remember doing analysis videos like this on him, and there wasn't that much to cover because he was getting so or that much to talk about because he was getting so many early finishes. Dylan O'Sullivan is a little bit like that. He is so calm and so good early in his fights that he gets lots of early finishes. He has 3 first-round finishes three first-round finishes in the last 3 fights, 4 overall in his MMA career. And the reason for that is because of his variation. He does so many things so well, it is unbelievable to me. Now, and looking at him as well, he's a guy who we haven't really seen yet in his career where his athletic ceiling is. He doesn't really have to show it because he's so calm, and he almost fights in a slow manner, even though he's a fast starter. He switches stances. I talked about that earlier on. He switches so well, but he also throws like switch kicks very well. You saw that in the Chase Gamble fight, threw that switch kick really well in that fight. Another thing I love that he does, and I'll talk about this obviously in a second as well, but that orthodox jab which he throws. As a southpaw, when you switch stance to throw that orthodox jab, it's a really good thing. Now, going from his early fights, we might as well talk about it now. The Chris Sorrell fight, which happened back in 2021, which is not that long ago, but his last fight came almost a year after that one. And the difference between that fight against Sorrell and the Gamble fight was unbelievable. And a lot of it, I think, was to do with not staying as maybe set in his stances as he was before. That switch, I'll say it again, I've said it a few times, but I believe that switch stance really helps him because of all the things he throws, with, as I mentioned, the flying knees and the switch kicks and even lovely body shots that he throws in there as well. All of those things are opened up from the southpaw position because he changes to the orthodox position as well. From the orthodox position, he can do a lot of good things. In his fight against Chris Sorrell, he threw some lovely leg kicks. He landed a beautiful flying knee. He showed some very good takedown defense. And at the end of that fight, he was able to get the finish as well. But when and that was very good and all ended very quickly. But when he changed and was fighting in a more varied fashion, I think he was able to do stuff a little bit better. He showed again in the Greg Sizemore fight good takedown defense, which is something very important for a striker like that who is, some people might call wild. I wouldn't necessarily call him wild, but a guy who throws head kicks like he did in the Greg Sizemore fight needs to have good takedown defense, and he absolutely does. And then you saw that again, he gets the finish and he throws that big right hand, that lovely right hand over the top to get the finish is absolutely fantastic. And another big thing as well is his ability to finish. In the Sorrell, Sizemore and Gamble fight, he showed a calm at the start of the fight, but he also showed a calm at the end of the fight to get the finishes. Beautiful right hands in all 3 cases, if I'm not mistaken, especially with the Sizemore fight and the Gamble fight as well, where the right hand, you'd hardly even see it landing against Gamble, but he was able to get the finish after that right hand. Beautiful, calm, good work. And that's exactly what you want to see out of a young up-and-coming fighter who is training in a good gym, who is trying to, fight his way. And I know he's 27 years of age, so he's not that young, but he's young in his career. And that's exactly what you want to do. And the progression is what you want to see as well. I talked about, the Sorrell fight, which happened in early 2021, to the fight which happened only a couple of months ago here in 2022. I said again, the switch stances, but also I mentioned the orthodox jab again, the ability to land that flying knee in the Gamble fighter, the ability to throw it from a position where he was fighting in a more calm manner, to attack the body, to throw a lovely switch kick that he threw, was just, to me, really, really, really impressive. And to put all those things together, the good starter, the good finisher, the guy who's improving, the good gym, young, we have to see more of his athleticism, but if that is there as well, this guy can really go all the way, and I'm looking forward to seeing his progression. All right, I will leave it there. My name is Sean Sheehan. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.